I was confident before both legs, to be honest, and I just felt today we had enough quality. I think certainly the team that I picked had enough quality within it to open up the door. And ultimately in the second half, when the pace slowed down again, as I expected, then I thought our quality would tell, and it did. And the combination between sort of Wes and Nathan gave us a then go and build and go on and win the game.
There was a couple of big moments in the game. One certainly, the handball on the line. It was one of those rare things in a derby, a sending off that nobody can complain about.
Yeah, obviously Wes has sort of slipped Nathan in. He's managed to cut back onto his good side, and the ball's gone in the net, and their players ultimately stopped it with his hands. So it was the right decision. You never want to see anybody get sent off in a game. However, like I say, it was the right call. And then from then on, we started to move the ball well, and then conceded a real sloppy goal, which I think, as you can imagine, I wasn't best pleased about at the time. However, after that, we showed real character and bravery getting on the ball, because the pressure was on us to then go and break them down. And I thought, quality-wise, I thought it was excellent, created some sort of really good chances and managed to score an or two.
In the build-up to this leg, there was a lot of significance placed on scoring the first goal of the game, but actually it was the third goal of the game, wasn't it? Redmond's coming so soon after their equaliser, that was probably the one that settled it.
Yeah. And there's vital times within matches if you can score. You know, I think Ipswich scored at a vital time at their place right before half-time, and then obviously getting that first goal was crucial for us. But I think the thing that was important, once we went 1-1, it was important we got back in the lead relatively quickly, because I think the longer that time goes, the more difficult it then becomes, and the fans start getting agitated, and that can sometimes bleed into the players. But thankfully for us, that wasn't the case, and we managed to get a goal relatively quickly.
And did you give Nathan Redmond any specific instructions at half-time? Because he looked a different player in the second half today.
No, I was just sort of trying to tell him to calm down. You know, I think the fans were starting to get agitated because they expect us to be 3-0 up after 10 minutes. So, and I think against Ipswich that's never going to be the case. You know, it's going to be hard fought. The way they set up, they try to stop you playing, make you frustrated. And to be honest, I could sense frustration in the players at half-time. And it was just a case of calm down, everything's fine, we're doing okay. The game's going to slow down, it's going to open up, and that's where our quality players will make a difference, and that's ultimately what proved to be the case.
He talked about having to battle in the early part of the game, and Sebastian Bassong in particular, he looked really up for that battle today.
Yeah, Seb's been a sort of real good player for us since he's came back into the fold, and credit to him and the rest of the lads. I thought they all stood up to the physical battle, and as I say, I thought our sort of quality would tell, and it did, and carrying that burden all the time with people telling you how good your squad is and how good your team is, not necessarily for me because it doesn't make any difference to me, but certainly for the players, to stand up to that and to prove that is the case is all credit to them.
And as tense as it was, and as much as it was on the edge of the seats and fans were nervous, you were never actually behind in this tie, were you?
No, we were in control of the tie at all stages, I felt, and as I say, I was completely confident in my players, and I fully expected us to go through. Now that's easy to say that now that we've done it, but I think if you don't have that sort of confidence, then people can sense that. But no, I was completely confident. Knew we would sort of have enough. It was just making sure that we performed on the day, and ultimately in the second half we did.
How proud are you of being the man that has taken Norwich to Wembley? They've not been there for 30 years.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm proud of sort of just. It's not sort of an individual effort. You know, I can come up with the best plan in the world. If the players can't implement it, then that's where the problem lies. So fair play to them. I thought they were fantastic. I thought they showed some real bottle, as I say, and their individual qualities in terms of what they're capable of doing is the difference in the game. You know, and I think we make a good combination in terms of me coming up with a plan and them executing it. So, and then also the fans getting behind us, all the backroom staff. It's a collective effort. It's not about one person or one team. It's about everybody, and the majority of the people that put so much into it, nobody sees, and they don't get any sort of pats in the back. But they're as important as anybody else.
Is this a cause for celebration, or in your mind is it, no, we've got another game now in 9 days' time?
I think it's a cause for celebration for the fans. For me, it's half a job, and my work will start again tomorrow.
Simple as that. You'll enjoy tonight though, will you?
Yeah, well, yeah, to a certain extent, but my film, I know myself, my mind will be on the Middlesbrough game, and it'll just be prepping for next week and making sure that we give ourselves the best chance, and the time for reflection for me is when the season finishes.
Let's talk to us, Alex. Thank you. Well done.